Weekly Message, Sunday, May 9th, 2010. Stress and Optimism, Revisited. Most of us are familiar with the notion that stress is bad for us. What I describe as brain drain is, in many respects, stress. After all, the activation of our primitive automatic brain, AB, leads to the typical flurry of hormonal and electrical impulses that lead to feeling stressed. The third chapter in my book, Brain Drain, is titled Stress and Optimism. As you may have experienced, when stressed, it is hard to maintain optimism or a positive outlook. Danger, threat, or vulnerability triggers the AB, and the result is stress. All your triggers have one thing in common: the danger of you being the one-upper, or you being the one-uppee. Let's take a quick look at this primitive brain to understand this concept. Our AB has been around for hundreds of thousands of years. Its prime purpose was, and still is, to protect our physical body by prompting us to fight or flee whenever it detects danger. If your AB detects that you are being one-upped by someone or something, i.e. you are the one-uppee, then it will trigger and you will fight, possibly becoming angry or jealous, aggressiveness, or flee, withdrawal, avoid the person or situation, passivity. If your AB detects that you are the one-upper, then it will trigger from the danger of you being the target of those who you are one-upping. The fight in this situation would be arrogant or self-righteous behavior. Fleeing such danger is not as obvious. To avoid this type of danger, the person often tries to befriend and or position themselves as being just like the person to whom they may be viewed as superior, hence avoiding the danger of being the object of envy. It often seems in life, even in simple conversation, that we are either the one-upper or the one-uppee, or that our power will be usurped by something out of our control, as our health. No wonder why stress is so prevalent. We are constantly jockeying for position. When we get swept up in this ongoing battle of our brain, our automatic brain, it interferes with our ability to remain positive. This blunting of our optimism occurs since the AB is responsible for generating thoughts, which further instigate us to fight or flight. Since to the AB there is a cloud behind every silver lining from which we need to be protected, optimistic thoughts are not qualities associated with this brain. It is no coincidence that I chose the co-author and producer of the Dog Whisperer books and television show, Melissa Jo Peltier, to write an endorsement on the back jacket of my book. In his advice to dog owners, Cesar Millan, the Dog Whisperer, often speaks about calm assertive. Whereas aggression, fight, and passivity, flight, are the actions of the primitive, reflexive AB, being assertive is the behavior of our mind and represents our true potential and power. Optimism can exist in our mind no matter how current events trigger our AB. Just as Caesar gets results with his dogs by following his mind with calm assertiveness, so too can you get results that will enhance your belief in yourself and foster optimism. True optimism is not a Pollyanna view of the world. Rather, it is a belief in yourself and your ability to attract into your life that which is right for you at the present moment. How do you become calm assertive, thus more mindful? Here are my suggestions. Breathe slow and steady, the opposite of what the AB causes. Accept your present situation as if it has no past or future. The AB uses these for evidence to convince you to fight or flight, to convince you fight or flight is necessary. Avoid judgment or comparison with others. Surveying the landscape for one-uppers or trying to be one yourself, all representative of the reactive AB. Control your facial features and posture. Smile when appropriate. Strong, not angry expression when necessary. Always stand tall. Your AB causes your muscles to tighten in preparation for fight or flight, so your facial muscles draw down and your skeletal muscles shorten. Be persistent even though the AB will fire automatically every time you reach further from your comfort zone. Trust your mindful instincts and know that they will guide you from danger much more effectively and consistently than your AB. When you recognize even the most subtle forms of the AB's influence in your life, you begin to understand why it is so hard to remain optimistic. Being assertive overrides the autopilot nature of the fight-or-flight response and opens the door for effective action. Action and results will further cultivate belief in the power of your mind. The natural result will be a decreased fear of being the one-upper or the one-uppee. You will experience less stress and begin to create an authentic sense of optimism. Have a great week. This is Dr. Charles Glassman.